All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. In today's live stream, we're going to talk about equities, stocks, and then Gamestop. Gamestop is soaring. And if you guys don't remember, just I think it was a few years ago where it was Reddit. There was like chats in Reddit that pumped up GameStop stock. And I think it went all the way up to like 50 or 60 bucks. And it looks like it's making a comeback. So we'll get into that. But let me share my screen and we can get into the markets. I didn't set this up either, which is kind of annoying. All right, give me just a second because I got to share my screen. All right, do that. Boom. Right there. Perfect. Did that live. Was able to do that live. All right. So if we look at the markets, S&P is up, down. S&P is down, Dow is down, NASDAQ is up, Russell is up, crude oil is up, and gold is down. So it looks like it's pretty balanced. It wasn't too big of moves for the S&P or the Dow. It looks like the NASDAQ is up. Technology plays must be up. And gold is down a little bit. And then crude oil is up. All right, let's look at some somewhat tech stocks. So let's look at what Tesla did today. All right, so Tesla's up. All right, and Tesla's on the Nasdaq. All right, let's see. I think Nvidia would be. Is Nvidia on the Nasdaq as well? I think it is. Yep, on the Nasdaq, and Nvidia's up. So those are the two big players, right? Or two major players on the Nasdaq. So it makes sense that the Nasdaq is doing pretty good, right? Because Nvidia itself is worth 2.26 trillion, and it's up, close to 0.6% for the day. Let's look at some other. Let's look at TSM. So TSM is down. It's on the New York Stock Exchange, but that's more of a semiconductor play, not a technology play. All right. Let's look at crypto. Let's take a look at crypto. It looks like Bitcoin is coming back. If you take a look at the chart, yeah. So we see from here from 3 a.m. We're at 61,000 right now. We're at 63, and what a lot of people are saying is this is a bounce, getting ready for the run up to 100K. So if we take a look out, yeah, if we take a look out. Oh, this is too far out. So yeah, more right here. Yeah, we had that dip to 58K, and now we're bouncing up to 63,000. Right, so it looks like we're going to be consolidating in this period for a little while more, and then most people are expecting it to go to the next stop will be 100K. So we'll see. I think the summer is going to be pretty good, especially for AI narrative cryptos. I was watching the Coin Bureau, and they were predicting that with these upcoming announcements as far as AI companies like Nvidia, they're going to be doing earnings reporting, I think the 22nd, which is next week. So if that comes out pretty good. Oh, and then also OpenAI did like this demo today. So they were basically showing like it was a new version of ChatGPT. I think it was called ChatGPT 4.0. And it was like some pretty cool stuff. Like basically with the new ChatGPT version, it was you were able to use video and you were able to use photos to, let's say you were doing like a math problem on a piece of paper. You were able to hold up the phone to the paper that had the math problem, and ChatGPT was able to read the paper and give a solution to the answer. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then keep hitting myself on the microphone. And then also translation. Now we've had translation before, but this was like way like advanced. So basically, they had somebody that was speaking in Italian, I believe, or Portuguese. I think it was one of the two, and somebody speaking in English. And the person speaking, they both knew English, but one person didn't know how to speak Italian, right? Or Portuguese. I'm not sure what it was. But basically, they told Chat GPT, hey, we're going to have a discussion. This person's going to speak in, uh, Portuguese, and this person's going to speak in English. And every time you hear Portuguese translated to English, and every time you hear English translated to Portuguese, it was cool. I mean, at that point, because that would be good. Like if you went to a different country, and you wanted to get around, that'd be good because it was pretty responsive too. Like as soon as it heard the other person speak, it gave off the reply in the different language. So I thought that was pretty neat. So it'd be pretty cool to see what else they come out with. But yeah, so I say all that to say we were talking about specific narratives that are going to heat up for the summer when it comes to crypto, and I think the AI narrative is going to be pretty big. Some coins to look out for. Render is up there; it's a pretty big one. But then they have some other AI ones. Near Protocol is another one. So yeah. It should be interesting to see what we have this summer or what takes. I think Toncoin too has something to do with AI. I'm not sure. I forget what they're about. All right, enough of that. GameStop. So GameStop soars over 70% as Roaring Kitty revival reignites meme stock bonanza. Again, if you guys didn't remember, let's go back to the chart and let's look at what GameStop did before we get into the article. Did I type that in wrong? All right, here it goes. I guess can't do it on this screen. All right, if we go to all, so yeah, like I said, they had this super parabolic move that brought it over $75. And now, I mean, if you look at it, that was all the way back in 2020, summer of 2020. Which is interesting that we're seeing the spike going into summer of 2024, right? So it looks like 2020, like the summer is where these meme stocks come back. All right, so it's at $31 today, and let's read and see why it's pumping up. Looks like a nice truck. All right, so it says GameStop soared as much as 110% Monday before paring gains, and it was halted for volatility numerous times after Roaring Kitty, the person who was seen as the kickstarter of the meme stock frenzy during the pandemic, posted online for the first time since 2021. So it looks like the person that caused it to spike in the first place, he went offline, and now he came back. So I guess he's one of those people that can get retail to start buying. So it says the stock crossed over $30 per share on Monday to close up 75%. Shares have been on an upward trend, rising about 60% over the past 2 weeks. Roaring Kitty, who was identified that year as a Keith Gale, became a prominent figure on the Wall Street Bet subreddit and YouTube for his bullish stance on GameStop. Sunday's post on X, formerly known as Twitter, included a meme of video gamer leaning forward, appearing to take the game seriously. The post received more than 81,000 likes and 9,000 comments. The last time Roaring Kitty posted on X was June 2021. He was known for the post commentary about why GameStop would go higher and eventually testified before Congress about the massive January 2021 short squeeze and spread out by an army of retail traders. I wonder, did he get in trouble for that? Short interest on GameStop sits is around 24% of float, according to the 63 or S3 Partners data, including today's losses. GameStop shorts are now down 1.34 billion in May month, and now down 952 million for the year. All right, and then you had the other stocks, AMC, DGT, follow as well. That's typically what happens when you have these meme stocks coming into the market. Other 2 to 3 other similar stocks that are in the same field tend to rally with those stocks. So yeah, I mean, if you made money, good. But I mean, those things are like, you can't really tell when they're gonna pump. So you got to just be careful with. I wouldn't invest in anything like that. But yeah, so looks like people are just pumping it up. And if we go back, let's look at the market cap. Yeah, it's a $9 billion market cap. It's so easy to pump these days. So it was funny too, because I was looking at, oh no, I was looking, hold on. I was looking at, I was driving and I noticed that there was a GameStop. I thought people I mean, I'm pretty sure people still have old consoles, because even when I was I was playing video games a long time ago. When I was playing, it was the Xbox One, the PS3. At the time, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch more consoles that have came out during the years. But even back then, we would play with old consoles like the Nintendo and things like that, the GameCube. So I could see why there's that. I was gonna say I was driving and I saw a GameStop location. For me, they're like Blockbuster, because I feel like everything is digital now. So I'm not sure why people would buy, but I guess people do go back and buy old discs for old video games. I guess there's still a market for that, but I feel like eventually GameStop is gonna go out of business. It was like almost like FYE? They went out of business. Blockbuster went out of business. All these CDs, like, they're eventually just gonna go out of business. Everything's gonna go digital, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Covered the equities, covered stocks, and GameStop. Yeah, I think as soon as we get more information as far as when they're going to start cutting interest rates, you're going to see the market, and they're already gearing up towards that. So I think we're going to see, going into the summer, we're going to see prices go up a lot higher, especially for the narratives that excite people, like AI, crypto. Like, if it's specifically in that niche, then it most likely is going to do pretty well. And then obviously you got stuff like the meme coins that you can't really predict unless you're following the forums and things like that. But even still, it's really hard to catch any of those moves. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Take care.